Wonderful. Great to see everyone today. Welcome to Braintrust Live. As you see throughout our presentation today, you'll see lots of wonderful GIFs and content and graphics that they're all created by the community. Again, I love our community members. Thank you so much for contributing and making this so fun for us. Our community is growing every day. We're so excited to share this special edition of Braintrust Live with you today. And it's going to be a great time. We're going to talk more about the 100 million funding news. We're going to ask you how you think we should be allocating those funding, the type of grants and programs we should be building. We're going to tell you about the network plans for 2022, and most importantly, how you can participate. And so if you have any questions as we're talking, please make sure to drop in the Q&A box. Utilize that tool and we'll circle back at the end of the session. And first up, as a user-owned and controlled network, we want to make sure our community has all the insights into upcoming plans. So Braintrust co-founder Gabe Luna-Ostaseski is here with us today with his festive holiday theme to tell us and provide an update as to an overview for the network in Q4 and 22 plans. But before I hand that over, let's watch this quick clip of how far we've gone.
All the good vibes. That music just gets me every time.
Yeah, totally. And I think we can all see that hockey stick KPI trajectory by Braintrust is astonishing enough. We're seeing backers pivot to the Web3. So who are the backers? Who are we talking about? This leads great segue to Gabe's section. Gabe, please take it away.
Hey everyone, Gabe Luna-Ostaseski here, co-founder of Braintrust. Really great to be with all of you today, celebrating good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are around the world. I wanted to take a second to just provide a little bit of context. For many of you, I think it said about 60% of the folks on this call are new and haven't been part of this community for very long. So I thought it would be helpful to provide a little context. Adam Jackson and I were the original co-founders of this project back in 2018. And at the time, we had this crazy idea, which was, we had spent our whole careers essentially building and investing in two-sided marketplaces like Uber and Thumbtack and all of these marketplaces in Silicon Valley. And we had this crazy idea, which was, we believed at that time the next generation of networks and marketplaces would be owned and operated by their users and by their community. And at the time, that was, we were laughed out of offices up and down Sand Hill Road. And if you guys are familiar with Sand Hill Road, it's basically where all the VCs hang out and where all their offices are. And so it was not easy going in 2018. And people were like saying, why would you want to reduce the rate or reduce the fees down to 0%? And why would you want to give ownership? And why would you want to give control to the community and to the users? And we said, because it's more fair and it's more equitable. And it's also better for business. And so that crazy idea in 2018 has continued to grow and the community has continued to build. And I think that we've seen it just a huge milestone in this past week. And I wanted to share a little bit of context on this. So Tiger and Coatue are two of the largest investors in the world. They command upwards of $100 billion of funds between them. And these firms actually reached out to us and to the committee board. And what they said is they've been following us for these past couple of years, and what they were large investors in all of the major Web2 marketplaces, ranging from Instacart to Spotify and many others in between. And what they said was, we really believe that this is the future. We believe that Web3 companies that are user owned will grow faster and become more valuable than Web2 companies. And so this is actually their first token project that they've ever contributed to. And frankly, we didn't need the money at all. The network was cranking along. But what was really interesting was they said they wanted to really lean into the community and to help. So they became customers on the platform, and they also actually contributed a couple of recruiting firms that they had acquired to help us build out the network as well. And so that's kind of the ethos of these projects, which is that everyone is a contributor, whether they're a supporter or talent or someone writing code or designing GIFs. This project is all about the contributors from around the world that come together to add value both to each other and also to the network. And so this was a huge milestone, I think, both for this project and also, frankly, like Web3 is here. Like, this isn't an idea anymore. This isn't something that lives in blog articles. And what they were really excited about was that we were the largest and fastest growing Web3 project, and they wanted to get behind that. So it's super great announcements. And what does it mean for the community? I want to talk a little bit about that. These funds are going to be used in addition to the token treasury to incentivize contributors from around the world. And so we're going to be rolling out the first kind of wave one of the MVP of the grants program here in January. We're going to be rolling out more bounties. We're going to be rolling out lots more opportunities for people to get involved and to contribute. Whether you want to be an ambassador, whether you want to be an educator, whether you want to be a builder, there's going to be lots of opportunities for people to get involved and help contribute. A couple of stats that I just want to reinforce, like this, I think these things are really important. First, gross services volume, which is basically the amount of dollars that flow into the talent's hands on the platform. Since June of 2020, that jumped 2,200% from 1.2 million up to 28.2 million. And why that's important is just we are, again, putting value into the people's hands, into the workers' hands, and not taking fees out of that. Second thing is, we've seen just enterprises rapidly adopt the platform, going, up 752%. We've seen job seekers flock to the platform, and then the community has grown. And the simple reality with these early stage crypto projects and early communities is that there's a wide variety of community participants, ranging from people that are just here to look at the token to people that have been here writing code, building, contributing to the platform. And so what we want to do is provide more opportunities for people that are interested to really lean in and help this community succeed and get involved. So listen, we blew past all of the goals in 2022. I think we 5x'd what the expectations were for the network in terms of growth. In Q4, there's kind of 4 core things that the core nodes have been working on, and we want to be very transparent about them. Number one is growing what's called like product and technical capacity. So both growing the nodes and also enabling community contributions. So the infrastructure team led by Mark has been opening up the platform to enable more contributors from around the world to be able to write code, design, and build along with the core nodes. And then the third thing is, this is a talent-owned and community-owned network. And so the primary focus should always be around improving the talent experience, improving the community experience. So huge work streams that are going on there to help basically make the experience better for all of you. And then the last part is improving matching and automation. And what that means is essentially making it easier for people to get hired and making it easier for the global enterprises that use Braintrust to hire. So really, really excited for the things that are going on here in Q4. Lots and lots of hard work across the entire teams that are contributing here. And again, lots of ways for you to get involved. And obviously you can read here in terms of what we're looking at in 2022. So the underarching, like the overarching theme here is you, like you, the community members, leaning in to help contribute. Like that is how this project will succeed. It's about people like you that are getting involved in the community, helping to build the network, and contributing every single day. So really proud of the accomplishments of this network, just even in its first couple of years. And our intention here is to build an enduring brand, an enduring network, and to be kind of the first mainstream Web3 project that that touches people's lives, that are not just crypto trading or operating in DeFi. So we're really excited for everything we've done so far, but honestly, it feels like we're just getting started. So thank you guys all for joining us. Next, Barbara and Shirley are going to talk about the grants program and community leveling and membership program. Barbara, I want you to take it away.
Thanks, Gabe. And before I get going, just want to call out this amazing tweet from Rob talking about the stats. I mean, guys, did you see those graphs that Gabe just walked us through? Incredible. It's so fun to see this exponential adoption of Braintrust. Shirley, do you want to hop into the next slide? I'm going to kick it off and talk about what has been going on hot off the presses. So we had a major announcement last week, and a lot of people were really interested in covering it. So we saw some amazing coverage from Reuters, from The Block, San Francisco Business Times, Yahoo, Forbes, Fortune, The Information, all covered the news. And my personal, actually I have two personal favorites. The first is Adam appearing on Cheddar. So we got a really great screenshot from there. We actually live tweeted the whole thing. So if you're interested about how that conversation went, go to our Twitter and check it out. There's a quick video and many snaps from that conversation. And then probably my top favorite, is everyone familiar with Anthony Pompliano? So if you're not, Anthony is a very well-known thought leader in the crypto space. He's got like this massive, basically media company. He's got videos on YouTube that he publishes live. He has one of the most popular podcasts in the crypto space called Pomp. Well, Adam actually appeared on the Best Business Show with Anthony on Thursday last week. I encourage all of you to check it out. I think it's gotten close to 35,000 views already, which is just incredible to see how many people are interested in learning about Braintrust. So if you are interested in grabbing some of those links and having some weekend reading, go ahead and check out the press page on Braintrust. And then if you're more into the podcasting world, next slide, Shirley, please. We've got several podcasts for you to listen to add to your playlist. So because that conversation with Anthony was so great with Adam, he actually ended up getting onto the Pomp podcast, which I mentioned is one of the top podcasts in the crypto space. So please check that out. It's, I think, a 25-minute conversation, and it's a really good overview of the progress that we've been making on the network and what's to come next. You can also check out a conversation with Gabe and Adam and Justin Kahn, the founder of Twitch, on the Quest podcast. And we've got two other podcasts, The Swiss Road to Crypto and The Changing State of Talent Acquisition. So go ahead and check those out this weekend. They are great listens for your morning walk. And then there's just more. Two more big moments happened in the last month. Fast Company releases several awards throughout the year, and they just published their next big things in tech, which Braintrust was listed as an honoree. I think we all can agree this is the future, Web3 is the future, and Braintrust is the next big thing. And then finally, we had a great analyst report done by Masari, which is a big analytics firm focusing on the crypto space. They covered everything about Braintrust, from the business model to the adoption to what's to come in the future of Web3. So go ahead and check that out as well. And then finally, the grants program. So there are several things we're working on right now with multiple members of the community to make sure that the grants program can launch in January. So I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at what we've been working on. So coming up very soon, we are going to be doing a vote on the grants committee members. So if you haven't participated in governance yet, it's very easy. We've got tons of documentation, and please ask us questions on the governance channels in Discord, but that vote will be coming up in the next couple of weeks, and we'd love to see everyone participate and vote on the grants committee members. The next big thing we're working on is building out the infrastructure to be able to promote, collect proposals, run the approval process, and set up the network infrastructure to easily allow for technical contributions. And then we're, of course, building out these specs. So we're going to have specific projects that are available for grants for ambassadors, builders, and educators. So please check out and sign up for the grants program if you haven't already at usebraintrust.com/grants. And then finally, going to end with this another amazing tweet from Dow Exchange, just talking about how Braintrust probably sounds too good to be true, but hey, it's not. This is real. We're all real. We're a massive community, all contributing to this future of Web3 project. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Grady.
Right on. Good update. Hey everybody, so I'm Grady. I operate one of the nodes on Braintrust. And really where I focused and the team members that I work with is really on the client side of the network. So how can we get more companies access, working on and using Braintrust network to pick up talent and incorporating it into their day-to-day workflow. So what I want to do is give you a bit of an update on kind of where we're at. I think we said 474 as far as companies who are using Braintrust in Gabe's update. I just looked this morning, I think we're actually closer to 600 in just like 3 weeks from, I think, when that update was made. So we're moving really quickly. Some of the big updates that I want to show on just sharing kind of what's changed month over month, what we're seeing is some of the big things that I wanted to just call out are, we broadcast a lot of the big logos, some of them there on the right. And the big reason for that is what better way to credentialize and grow Web3 exposure than get all of the largest companies in the world using and incorporating a Web3 network in their day-to-day workflow. So we've got tons and tons of these organizations that we're working with every day to pick up talent and hire quickly. That said, a giant chunk of our network is really small and medium business. So we get a ton of inbound coming in every time we do a big newscast, every single day of the week, just in general, of people saying, hey, I want access to the talent that's on Braintrust. So we put a lot out there as far as large enterprise, and you'll see a lot of that on the next slide, but small and medium business is fantastic for our network. People have really, really exciting projects across the board, and they're really interested in our talent specifically. As far as new average job size, I like to broadcast this because it continues to go up every single month. So we saw an increase in, this is people's first jobs on Braintrust, month over month. We saw a 9% increase in the average job size. So now we're up to almost $73,000 per job for new people getting hired. And if you compare that to what we were seeing like in Q2, it's up almost 20%. So what does that mean? People are hiring people for more dollars, right? They're more valuable because we've got such great talent, and they're extending the terms to longer and longer projects, which is really cool to see. And then as far as like makeup of who's getting hired, we try and track this to see kind of like what is the what do the different percentages say. And where we started, say even at the beginning of the year, was like really, really heavily in engineering. It's still the lion's share of what we're hiring for or what people are getting hired for. But it's been decreasing as a percentage of overall growth, which means people are expanding the categories in which they're hiring, still all in the digital space, but we're seeing design pick up quite a bit, digital marketing, creatives, writers, content strategists, et cetera, getting paid and coming in and getting hired more frequently than even what we were seeing at the beginning of the year, which is amazing to see. And then the last thing here, I wanted to just point out for those of you that are new, like, what do the client teams do here at Braintrust? Well, it's all about enabling the clients to be successful. So Web3, our project, most of them, this is a very new topic to them. So our team's here to basically educate them, get them onboarded into the platform, get them set up, and teach them how to start hiring talent really effectively through the system. And then lastly, on just how we get clients. So a lot of people ask this as far as like, how are you guys growing so quickly? Most of it is community led. So on the enterprise space, we're seeing almost all of our enterprise opportunities and clients coming in through the community, referring clients to us. So I would encourage all of you, like Shrina's going to show this in her section where we have like some new client and BTRST earning pages. Go in there if you have like a friend that's a hiring manager, that's part of a company that's looking for talent. Everybody is. Click opt in and we'll reach out to you to figure out how we can get those clients into the system really, really quickly and effectively and get you earning BTRST. And then last thing here is international folks. I know we need more jobs internationally. We've got a lot of US centered people that are working on clients. We'd love more international jobs. If you know anyone hiring internationally, point them my direction. We will get them onboarded and we will get more jobs on the board.
Brady,
Right.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
So
shoot.
for those who are new, you probably hear GSV.
Yeah.
GSV, like what is that?
Good question. So think of it, the simple way to do it is payments through the network to talent. So every time a talent member is hired onto a project, every 2 weeks, every month, billing runs for that person doing the work. That is GSV running through the system. So the great part here is GSV is a direct translation to how much people are getting paid through Braintrust. So of course we want that number to go through the roof, means everybody on here and who's looking for jobs is getting paid more money.
So gross service value.
Yes.
Okay, and I heard Gabe said our gross service value right now is 28 million plus. And
yes. I was hoping it was going to be 30 million. 30? I was looking on the public dashboard this morning. We're close.
Very close. Let's get it there. And we take 0% from talent. So that's 28 million plus into the hands of freelancers around the world since we posted the first job only, less than 2 years ago. Incredible. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to fast forward one here? So I've got to come up with a new way to do this slide because we're growing too fast. Like there's too many logos to try and fit onto it these days. So
hard problem.
Hard problem for us to have. So this is last month. So this is November. So I threw some of the big logos up top that are actually doing hiring. So they literally hired one or multiple people last month. We've got some really cool brands that last month posted their first jobs. So what normally happens is people post their first job, first few jobs, hire some amazing people like much faster than they thought they could. And then they start coming back for more and more and more. So it's an incredible thing to see, and it's just compounding on top of themselves. And then the bottom here, this is what is coming. And I think about half of those have already posted in December, but this is what's coming soon. So we've got a lot of huge logos, as you can see here in the pipeline, either working through procurement or vendor onboarding, just so that they can start getting in and getting access to our talent. It's incredible when you get on the phone with like a CTO of one of these companies and you're like, they're never gonna have heard of us. And you get on and they're like, finally, we get to talk to you guys. Like we've been tracking you. It's amazing. We want to get in. How do we get this thing rolling? So we've got an amazing pipeline coming through. So those of you looking for new opportunities, we've got a lot and a lot more coming. Pass it over.
Thank you, Brady. So exciting. And, I think the work that you do is so incredible. You have so much on your shoulders, and it's just been such an honor and pleasure to watch you, the sales team, and the community work to bring on clients every week.
All right. So, surprise, we are giving away Braintrust swag. Who wants a t-shirt? I think Annalie, are you modeling it? I don't even need to hold it up to the camera. Annalie is wearing it. Thank you, Annalie. For those of you who want to see, I'll do a little bit of a quick show and tell. We've got these signature edition Braintrust t-shirts. It has our tagline, "Own It," in this really cool pattern on it, along with, the Braintrust lockup with our founding date on the side.
Black embossing with white.
It is black on black, pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I was very excited to see these. So we're gonna give one away right now with some trivia. So here's how this is going to work. I am going to read the question on the next slide. I will give you a warning before I switch it over, or actually Shirley does. What new product feature is Coatue collaborating on with Braintrust? The first person to answer will win the t-shirt. So Gabe mentioned this earlier on the call. Product feature. So grants, yes, definitely that's where some of the funding is going. But as Gabe mentioned, Coatue is collaborating just like we all are on building Braintrust and contributing to some product features. Gonna let everyone give it a shot. Oh, I do think we have a winner.
Looking like Dan from my end.
Dan, yeah. So Shirley, if you want to switch to the next slide. Coatue is helping us, and press it one more time, build tools for recruiters. So Coatue manages 48 billion. And if you don't know, they have backed Spotify, Instacart, DoorDash, Chime, and a bunch of other transformative projects. And BTRST is only its second token related investment. So Coatue brings deep expertise in talent recruitment. And in addition to becoming a client on Braintrust, like Gabe said, we're collaborating with Coatue on new network products and features to be built for recruiters. So if you want to learn more about Tiger Global and Coatue, just check out the Braintrust blog. We talk all about them. We also have a great YouTube video from Gabe and Adam that go into depth into why we chose to collaborate with these two awesome firms. So Dan, if Annalie is going to be reaching out to you to get your information, and we will be sending you a Braintrust t-shirt. So next, I'm going to pass it to Shirley.
Thank you, Barbara. That was so fun. I love how you can hold up your merchandise. You remind me of a YouTube influencer. Subscribe here. But more chances to win. We have more trivia ahead, but first community, my favorite section. By the way, don't you guys just love all these animated GIFs? Again, shout out to the community members who are creating these GIFs for us. They're so innovative. I love it. Community love. So I love the community loves us back. Thank you, Vivek, Garth, Fanner, and I don't know the Twitter names of the people, but thank you for celebrating us with our funding news. Thank you for giving us shout outs on social media. It actually means a lot. It's not a vanity metrics. You know, we are an interesting community in a sense that we're both a talent marketplace, which is not necessarily crypto native, but also we are a Web3 company, which has a lot of people who understand crypto in the space, and that lives on Twitter. And that's why a lot of times we would ask you to talk about us on Twitter or share the news on Twitter. That's to help gain awareness for Braintrust and letting people know, hey, this is an open community. If you're interested in building a Web3 in the talent marketplace and looking for jobs, you can join Braintrust. So this means a lot. So speaking of community membership, we've been doing a facelift and a new structure. So I'd like to back up a little bit and talk about why we did this. September is when we launched the BTRST token, and it's up until then, right? Everyone who contributed was sort of on a, I want to say a promise, not a promise, sorry, but a belief, right? A belief in us, a passion in the network. We don't know if the token will become actually live. And thank you, everyone. I see so many people at the table here today who believed in this mission and started contributing years back, right? And you hold tokens. And we have to think about a scalable way to continue to enable contribution. And incentive rewards is a big, interesting pillar that Web3 projects always continue to evolve on. And so is Braintrust. That's why we came up with a new membership level to primarily help those who are interested in building to be able to contribute in a scalable way and easier. So right now, the membership program, there are 3 levels. We are setting this up in Discord. This is how you participate. Once we've proven and that it's successful and people are happy with where it is, the mold is being molded on Discord, we'll then build it into the product. So level 1 is a member. Everyone submit a proof of work. We want to make sure that we're attracting builders, we're getting the right type of people onto Discord. Think of Discord as our sacred place for builders, for us to be in the right mindset and all share the same goals, right? And so it's more qualifying the right type of people to be together. That's why there's a proof of work in order to become a member. Once you're a member, there are certain things you unlock, certain perks you unlock as talent or Web3, whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm all ears. I think the community is all ears. You can always propose what new perks you would like to see. But a few, for example, would be at every level, you unlock larger bounty amounts that are available. If you're a talent, you unlock one-on-one profile reviews. Once you become a contributor, if you're an approved talent, you jump to a contributor level 2, where you can unlock one-on-one matcher sessions. We will create private job fairs, right, with clients. So these are all perks that you get to unlock once you level up. And there are things that you can do as contribution, also defined in Discord. You'll see there's level 1 membership, welcome perks, level 1 membership contributions. So you know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to level up. And this is not, again, this is a baseline. We are open to change, open to making it better, to make sense for those who want to build. So please, your suggestions, recommendations are welcome. Let Anna Lee know, and we will take into consideration. Lastly, level 3 leaders, we currently only have 11 in the network, because leaders are the people who are who've been with us the longest, and people who have been contributing more than a year. And we have a new criteria for leaders, which is someone who has completed a grant. Leaders will get to control budgets and have direct access to core team and be participating in core team meetings. And so this is just the foundation, guys. We want to start, and we're already seeing improvements in the quality of conversations and connections being made in Discord just in the first week. So let's work on this together. There will be several evolutions to this membership program, and I encourage you to give us feedback. So to give you an example, what is proof of work? So we're seeing in the proof of work channel, if you're a talent, you're submitting your profile to show that you've completed your profile. This means you actually care about, becoming a good, representing yourself in the best way in the network. Community product feedback. So this is another way of submitting proof of work. If, let's say, you're not a talent, or if you already created your profile and you want to submit a different way to provide contribution, you can tell us what are some things that you would like to see changed in the product. Stephen said something that a lot of people can relate to is, hey, maybe we can get some more short-term jobs, or 20-hour per week versus 40-hour per week jobs, having conversations there, and then move to governance, right? Another one would be helping one another. This is the biggest thing for community that we're trying to push. Let's help one another succeed. The core team is very small. We're only 35 or so people, and we have 700,000 people in the community. It's meant for community members to help one another out. And so to participate in the membership, please make sure you join Discord. The link will be dropped in chat. Okay, and this nice tweet use Braintrust is rapidly growing. Real excitement is how these new funds are being allocated. Web3 is about creating a flywheel for growth, user-owned community, invest back into the community. That's why it succeeds over Web2. Next is infrastructure. Mark.
All right. Thank you so much, Shirley and Annalie. I love that new Discord structure we have in this community leveling program. I think it's really excellent to help us kind of focus on who the real builders are in the network and not 700,000 people asking when Lambo. So it's already off to a great start. So thank you everyone for joining us today and then joining us in Discord and helping out with that discussion and telling us what we should do next. With that in mind, we'll start with governance. We touched on this a little bit. Barbara mentioned that we have some votes coming up again on grants. So you're going to be very interested to see and have a say in what those grants are. So just right out of the gate, we get questions on this for the new people who are here. We have a concept of on-chain votes, meaning that it happens and there's a change directly made to the smart contract, and off-chain votes. A tool we use, snapshot.org, handles all of our off-chain votes. The vast majority of our voting is going to be off-chain because the smart contract will not require a lot of changes for, we don't handle grants in there. So a lot of the things that impact our network and that we all want to have a say on aren't in the smart contract. So you can learn more about this on governance in the Help Center. But I just wanted to point out these off-chain votes on Snapshot. We will, of course, always keep the community involved. If something pops up that we didn't know about, someone makes a proposal out there, we always get that on Discord immediately to keep that conversation going. And as people are thinking about proposing something, the conversation is happening in Discord. So the community can get involved and hone these proposals to make sure they make sense to the community and they're kind of a clear vote. So the kind of first thing to get involved with governance is having tokens in a wallet. You can withdraw as few as 10 tokens to an external wallet. There is no way currently to vote from tokens that are held in our custodial exchanges, meaning that your tokens on the platform are held in safety, but you can't vote with those. So you'll need to withdraw a few tokens to an external wallet. And that kind of varies. That's your personal preference, what wallet you would like to use for that. But get 10 tokens out there so you can always be ready for the next vote when that comes. Speaking of votes, we had a very exciting one. It wasn't entirely a surprise how this one went, but with over 30,000 votes, the community said we would like the option to get paid in crypto. So definitely not a surprise for the space we're in, and maybe there are people out there who hate the international money transfer system as much as I do. But the next step here is gathering a community committee to talk about some partners and how this will work. So a lot of work to be done here. This is definitely going to be a little bit tricky, but it is officially on the Braintrust roadmap for Q1, which we run February to April 2022. So look for a lot more information coming in this space. This was a really exciting vote, probably my second favorite we've ever had on the platform. So with that, I will answer any questions in chat, but I'm going to pass it to Shrina because she has a ton of great information to share with us.
Hey everyone. I'm here to talk about product and what's happening on product at Braintrust. So we're going to start by first talking about a couple of things that went out in the last month. The first is profile completion guidance. So you all know how important your profiles are. They are how clients find you and evaluate you for jobs. And so we want them to be at 100%. And now you can see exactly how you're tracking and how much you have left to go. And then you can also get specific guidance depending on your role type of exactly what you need to add in order to get that percentage up, up, and up. And then the other thing that we've also sort of alluded to that went live last month was referral tracking. So we've talked a lot about how can you help contribute to the network growth. There's lots of things that are coming like the grant program, but something that you can do today is refer talent into the network. And that's a key way that you can drive growth. But we've heard from you that you put your referral link out there and then you don't know what happens with it. Who signed up? How much BTRST have you earned from various individuals? Now in the earn page, you have clear visibility and tracking to exactly who is signed up through your referral link, where they are in the Braintrust process, and how much BTRST you've earned either from talent referrals or client referrals if you are in the client referral program. So go here to check to see how you're doing and to go grab your referral link and share it out. And then a big thing that's coming that we're focused on is improving job discovery. So if matching is a focus area for this quarter, one way that we are going to be able to better connect you with jobs is if we make it easier for you to find the best jobs and most relevant jobs for you. And this has a lot of different components to it, from better job data so that we can drive better job recommendations, to completely redesign job cards and job details, and in the future, job search and job filter. But I want to deep dive into the new job board that is coming. Our dev team is working really, really hard right now to get this out before the end of the year. And these cards were really developed in partnership with you and based on feedback that you provided throughout the product discovery and design process. And just want to highlight some features of these new cards that were driven by your feedback. So we're just going to fly through these. If you want to keep going. First is we're really highlighting and showcasing all of the awesome companies that Grady and team are bringing on board. So you can evaluate at a glance who is the company that's doing the hiring. Next is we're showing a lot of the critical information in a really organized and structured way. Is this a full-time or part-time job? Is there a location requirement? Is there a working hours preference? And what is the rate? And this information is structured so that you can see it in the same place on each card. You can easily compare and understand what does it mean. The words are translated in a way that should make sense to you. Next is skills match. You don't just want to see a lot of jobs. You want to see a lot of jobs that are a good fit for you. And so here you'll be able to see, based on your skills and the top skills required for the job, how do you match? And you'll get some guidance and feedback on, are you a great match, a good match, or just an okay match? And then we give you the ability to expand and collapse these cards so that you can drill down and get more information without actually leaving the page. And there's a lot of, start to preview the job description and start to take additional actions from here. So one of the things that you can do, if you want to keep going, Shirley, is actually share this job right from this card. So that's another way to get that referral going and invite people to apply to this job. And then you can also start the proposal submission process from this page instead of having to go to the job details. And then last but not least, you can easily track jobs that you're in the process for. So we'll be adding tagging to show you if you've already applied to a job or in process for a job. And then all of these sort of details and information are also going to come to life on the job details page, which is also in development. It gives you a little bit more details and more visibility into each of these things, allowing you to drill down where you're most interested. And the most important piece here being, I think, there's sometimes been confusion around what is the status of the job and is the job accepting proposals. And that'll be highlighted in a nice big block as to whether the job is open and actively hiring or whether the job is no longer accepting proposals. So this is a key piece on you guys finding jobs. The other piece that we'll be moving into going into next year is making it easier for clients to find you. So in the next round, we'll share more on what clients can do to find you.
Incredible update, Shrina. Who remembers the old Braintrust job view, the blue and white?
I was about to say that. This is an end of year celebration, right? And we're think about what this looks like in the beginning of just this year. Oh my God, it's incredible.
Thank you, Shrina. This is so good. Now we look very cool and hip because of you.
All right, we are almost done for today, but we want to give you all one more opportunity to win Braintrust swag. So this is our new Braintrust drink tumbler. It keeps, if you're in a region that it's freezing cold out, it will keep your drinks very warm. Or if it's summer for you, keep your drinks nice and cold. So it has our logo and our tagline on there in this really cool gradual fading effect. So we're going to give this away. It's going to be the same drill. So I'm going to ask the question. The first person to answer will win the prize. So Shirley, if you want to go to the next slide. The question is, how many BTRUSTs have been distributed for community incentives and rewards so far?
Wow, that's a tough one, huh? But lots of people are answering. So
Lots of people are answering.
some people are right on the ball.
They are.
Wow.
So this was a very hard question, I will say, because between the time I put this slide together very late last night and this morning, it actually changed.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to say what the right answer is. What's on the slide is incorrect as of this time today. So the answer
You ready?
is, yep, 7.7. It went from 7.6 to 7.7 overnight. So I did see somebody just like jumped in and immediately said it. Siddharth, I think, is the winner. So I also saw a couple other people answer very, very similar. Alessandro, you were so close. If you had answered this last night, you would have been correct. But we do have a winner. And so a little bit about this. So 7.7 million BTRUSTs have been dispersed to the community out of a total of 135 million that are reserved for incentives and rewards. And so we're giving you a sneak peek today. We've mentioned the network dashboard a couple of times, and it is live on the Braintrust website. If you go to the site and go under About, you'll see the link there. We just released this dashboard last week. One of the community members, or actually a group of them, contributed and built this over the last several months. So this is a live tracker of community disbursements, along with other live up-to-date data on talent earnings, like Shirley mentioned earlier, project and talent metrics. There's a referral leaderboard, the average market rate for talent, and more. So we really would love to hear your feedback. At the bottom of the network dashboard, there's an opportunity to contribute and give us your feedback. So we'd love to hear all about it now. So you can go to info.braintrust.com to see that network dashboard. And if you forget that link, just go to the homepage of the website under About and you can find it. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Annalie.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you all here. So how can we all participate in building the network? Just a quick reminder, like we're all builders and owners of this network. And so with the leveling system on Discord, we really have set this pathway for everyone to participate. And so what are the ways you can help build? First, I'm going to drop a quick form in the chat so that you can tell us, after hearing everything, after seeing all the news and everything that's happened this year, how do you want to participate and build? $100 million is an insane amount of funding, and it's all for the community. And so first of all, you join the Braintrust Discord server, start connecting with the community. I dropped in the introductions channel, say who you are, what you're passionate about, what you're learning about, what you're interested in learning about, and how you want to contribute. Attend a community welcome call and get a Braintrust overview. Meet fellow community members over Discord Voice. This is a new program that we're rolling out next week. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can hop onto Discord and meet each other and get all your Braintrust questions answered. Participate in the Connector program. Refer potential clients to increase job opportunities for the Braintrust network and give product feedback. There's a new report a bug channel. And Lacey and Shrina are asking for participants to give product feedback either during live calls or just through that channel. There are more bounties available. So if you check out the live bounty section, you will see that there are bounties listed there. We have the article bounty, we have the Twitter bounty, and we also have the ongoing celebration bounty. So please get creative and share all the exciting news happening on social media. And you can also help answer community questions. So I get a lot of DMs and I try to answer all of them as soon as I can, but really to help us scale and for everyone to help continue to share information with each other, it's really important that community members, if you know the answer, step in and answer. And then Mark mentioned participating in governance. So submit proposals, vote on network changes. And there's some of you that have already raised your hand and said, hey, I would like to help newbies just learning about crypto and Web3 and governance. I would really like to help you all understand this better. So whether you're participating, whether you're teaching, whether you're just sharing exciting things that you've read, that is how we're all contributing and participating to the network. So in short, involvement at Braintrust means contributing, help organize events, write articles, chime in. It's all about being active and not just like asking for what you can do, but really raising your hand and saying, this is how I want to contribute. And last but not least, all of your contributions are taken into consideration for leveling up. Anyone can go through and contribute and become a Braintrust community leader. So find me on Discord if you have any other questions or ask each other. There's so many ways.
Thank you so much, Annalie. And I just want to underscore everything that you contribute and participate. Everyone's watching, and that's how you level up. And very soon, we're going to roll out a program where actually the community can decide who can level up. So control is truly in the hands of you, the builders. Lastly, I think we have 1 minute left. Gabe, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Great. Well, do you want to take a few? I saw you've been feverish answering Q&A. Would you like to take a few live questions I can give you?
I don't know that we'll have enough time for live questions, but I hopefully got to as many of those as I possibly could, and love seeing the questions. So that was awesome.
How about this? If you still have questions that you feel like we haven't answered, we will continue this conversation and the celebration on Discord. Go to the general chat channel, like all levels could be there. If you want to talk more qualifying with people in your level, go to your level 1 chat or level 2 chat, level 3 chat, then you know who you're speaking with. But general chat is where everyone should continue this conversation. And we look forward to seeing you. And thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations, everyone, on the funding and the tremendous growth so far. Let's continue this great work into 2022 and beyond.
Wonderful. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Happy holidays.
Bye.